What's up, guys? It's Logo back with Flex Appeal episode 111. Today was week 19, day 2. We had some squats. And I kind of decided last second on this day, instead of doing belt first, I'm going to do sleeves first. And the biggest factor was that it is pretty cold for me right now in where I live in California. So I was like, "Fuck, dude, my knees kind of feel like a little bit achy when I get in here. Not because they're hurting, but it's just it's cold." And so I was like, "You know what? I'll just do sleeves first, and then I'll do belt next block, and then we'll see." They're still a little bit tight. I haven't lost as much as I think around the knee joint. They're still relatively tight on my legs. But nothing that I can't deal with. I've trained in like sleeves like this before, so just a little bit more than snug for sure. But I did try flats. I did a set of squats on them. And for whatever reason, they kind of just felt like unstable. I don't know if it's the shoe, what it is, but like compared to how I felt before in flats, I was like, this feels weird, and it feels like I'm not hitting depth. Um, Compared to like my heels. So I was like, I don't know. I don't really like it. It just feels weird. I feel more stable in the heels. So I swapped back after my first set. I just wanted to try it, see how it felt. It just felt strange, like very strange. But as far as it went, this was 242. I had 3 sets of 8. They all moved pretty easy as they should. This is just the beginning of the hypertrophy block, and then we're gonna titrate up. But ideally, we just get some good volume in. Make them look easy, make them look good, and just get working. Because I am going up to 5 sets of 8 on week number 3 of this block. Because I like to torture myself. I just want to try it out, see how it goes. If I can do 5 sets of 8 on back squat, we might be in a good position, to start a strength block after. But I haven't done it in a few years. I don't think I've met. Maybe I've never done 5 sets of 8. I've done 4 sets of 8. I think I've done like 4 sets of 10 as well. Maybe I've done a 5 by 10. I can't remember, but um, I digress. As far as it went, I didn't really feel winded. Didn't feel like it was too hard. The sets of 8, which is very very good because I remember when I was starting this block last time, and even the year before this when I was doing eights tens, it was very winding. Like I was dying in between sets, and it felt like I was gonna have a heart attack. But it felt really good this time around, and I think part of that is due to the cardiovascular endurance that I've been getting from walking 12,000 steps, from the incline walking that I've been doing. Around 7 8 uh, incline for about 2.7 to 8 speed, depending. Uh, I think it's definitely helped a good bit in making sure my cardio is good enough for these squats because coming back they're fairly easy. I know that it's only going to get harder, um, and I'm hoping that it stays as easy because that was pretty fun. Um, but as far as like the sleeves feels good, but I can tell that they're augmenting this sort of protection. I don't know. It still feels weird because they're a little bit too tight, but I'm trying to keep that good tempo because when I can't really feel my kneecaps or my like top of my quad, I like tend to go a little bit too fast on the eccentric, and I think that sometimes it works against me. So I'm just trying to keep that feeling of keeping a good tempo because I don't want to hurt my knees with sleeves on. Um, but we'll see how it ends up going from here when it comes to the sleeve squatting. And I think I really should have gotten some lighter fitting sleeves because I don't really like to use sleeves that are tight. But given that I'm gonna lose much more weight, I think that it'll end up being looser over time. Um, so I don't think it'll end up being a problem in the long term. They're just kind of tight now, and I don't really like that feeling of tight sleeves. I know some people like it, but I feel like it gives you an augmented strength level. And I think now keeping my knees healthy is of much more importance than just getting stronger. Much more rapid on squat than anything. So as far as it goes, a good training session. Eights haven't been extremely difficult so far. We'll see on deadlifts. I haven't had a lower back pump in quite a bit. I'm not excited for that if it happens, but I think that it will be fine overall, and I don't believe that it'll be that hard. But that's pretty much it for today, guys. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, a comment, or a subscribe. And I will see you tomorrow for deadlifts.